fucking around with this, know that I'm taking all wages for agreements. Be impeccable with words, don't make assumptions. Keep it pushing, gotta always put in work. Never taking shit personal, never fucking with these birds. Anytime moving funny, gotta kick them to the curb. Try to block it, view as a threat, I'm a real nigga. They lying a lot, offer a check, trying to use niggas. Had to wake up the masters, they trying to fool with you. I ain't trying to fool with you, we need some new ditches. Show some people what I was doing, but them dudes missed it. Fell asleep on the mission, and now a few's listening. No Game Records, it's all about business. Cash and checks, niggas.
It's your boy, No Game Records.
2025, no games. Yo, C-No,
we here.
Wrap that shit up, man. It's time to build.
Y'all know what time it is.
Better things. Pause. No freaky. About to cop that land.
Y'all know what's going on.
Doing things. Switching lanes.
There's no more playing, man.
Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors. When you tired of being gassed. When you tired of a lot of things. They ain't keeping it 100 out here. So you're going to have to keep it 100 with yourself. Feel me? Salute to everybody that's checking in, pulling up. We're going to have some dialogue.
Yo,
and we're going to make this thing happen.
Out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got no dope for oxygen. You gotta tell Keith what's up for me, dog. Don't worry about it.
Smoke and mirrors.
Get wet. You know? Dog, you're the only one I got in my corner, man. Don't cross. Got you.
Let's go.
I told my dog he ever cross me, never cross. We let that rain hit him. Any nigga play with this shit, he feel like pain, nigga. Bounce out on that nigga, off that flaming with a change, nigga. Box on my Glocks, I box swap, switching lanes, and then walk inside this bitch, my chin up, nigga. I won't tuck my chains. No, I'ma take the winning shot of this bitch for the game. Follow my Glock, I bought a box, and they don't shoot the same. Ask them niggas if they felt the rock, they ever said my name. I ain't tryna double back, cause he ain't got no aim. He gon' click and take his hand hurt.
Run it up.
So much blood in this shit left a major stain. Ready to kill or do it well, you deserve a change.
Yeah.
If I crash, say I'm spaz. See no light, you should have had it. Nigga, fuck you think we into it, you gon' walk around with your gat. Glizzy flip him like a pancake, them hollows leave him flat. Had him reaching for his leg, you don't even know he got hit in the back. Check my rep, you think I cap, I hop out here with this tag. Nigga reaching for my neck, I'm gonna die by my respect. Nike mask, Nike tag, I pop out, leave a nigga stretch. Do this shit just like a vet, I hit him, screaming out who next. Full cold, what that pressure, drop the ball and call it tag. So that bitch don't want no sex, baby, I just want the neck. Fanned out, she a cheerleader, bro, don't let her stretch. I'm a person in my clip, but
hit that like button. Shout outs to Mouse on the check-in. It's time. Salute to everybody pulling up. Hit the like button. I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button as we get the show ready. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Remind you when I'm going live. It's time.
Ever since a youngin', I was getting dope. Turn a couple grams to a
big shout outs to everybody tuning in.
Putting diamonds in my fucking gold.
Damn.
Now I'm balling on them like I'm Jimmy Jones. Balling on these niggas like I'm Jimmy Jones. Balling on these niggas like I'm Jimmy Jones.
It's time, y'all. It's time to get this shit active. We gonna get into this No Game Radio.
This outside we drippin'. This lifestyle's forbidden. Them diamonds always hitting. You broke niggas be bitchin'. This new wave, we don't change up. My nigga got my change up. Been counting so much paper. My fingertips got paper cuts. Now what you know about fashion?
Yeah.
All Harlem niggas be splashing.
Yeah.
That Gucci hat with that fabric. Them white Nikes, them plastics. That's MCM on that jacket. I'm Joey cracking them TS1s when I rip them out of that plastic. Every started out ballin', pour me champagne when I walk in. It's that pick and roll with the give and go. I'm ballin' on them like Jimmy Jones, ballin' on them like Jimmy Jones. Pour me champagne when I walk in. It's that pick and roll with the give and go. I'm ballin' on them like Jimmy Jones, ballin' on them like Jimmy Jones.
Let's go.
Ever since the youngin' I was getting dope. Turn a couple.
Y'all listening to my online radio show too.
Penny putting down.
I get to the money now.
Now I'm ballin' on them like I'm Jimmy Jones. Ballin' on these niggas like I'm Jimmy Jones. Ballin' on these
Big shout outs to all the independent artists out there moving and shaking.
niggas like I'm Jimmy Jones. Ballin' on these niggas like I'm Jimmy Jones.
Y'all know what this is, man. All I do is create. I got money everywhere. I got books, I got magazines, I got clothing lines, I got everything, man. You are tuned in to Smoke and Mirrors. You are listening to No Game Radio, man. I start this for us, man. Let's go.
Listen real quick, baby. They getting mad, getting money is how it's supposed to be. Bitches wanna suck because I'm paid is how it's supposed to be. Never going back, broke stack is how it's supposed to be. If you wasn't with me, keep your distance how it's supposed to be. They getting mad, you getting money is how it's supposed to be. Bitches wanna suck because I'm paid is how it's supposed to be. Never going back, broke stack is how it's supposed to be. If you wasn't with me, keep your distance how it's supposed to be. So how it's supposed to be. Niggas ain't close to me, always got the hand out. They wasn't in the mud with me. You know I'm about to stand out. Now they wanna fuck with me. Now they looking at me.
Shout out.
Wow, watching how I'm doing things.
Yeah.
Now you can't come around. Got it from the underground. Straight if you can't swim in boats sinking, then you bound to drown. I remember all of the nights when nobody wasn't there. No one couldn't even call a soul cause nobody.
Big shout outs to you. Appreciate you.
Grind till the shit start to pay off. Hustle every day and didn't even take a day off. Not one plate full still.
We about to talk for real.
Nah, hater, I'm good, so you can get lost. You ever been hated on bad when your game's off? That's the life of a boss. You know that shit costs. Stacking chicken every day. I turn the switch on. You can keep them subs in your raps. I know.
Shout outs to Lenny.
They getting mad.
Shout outs to Lenny 0870.
Now bitches wanna suck because I'm paid. Is how it's supposed to be. I'm never going back. Broke stack.
No Game Records in the building.
You wasn't with me, keep your distance. How it's supposed to be. They getting mad, you getting money. That's how it's supposed to be. Bitches wanna suck because I'm paid. That's how it's supposed to be. Never going back. Broke stack. It's how it's supposed to be. You wasn't
My pleasures.
your distance. How it's supposed to be.
You are tuned in to Smoke and Mirrors. When you tired of being gas, I need everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, let you know when I'm going live. Shout outs to Lenny 0870. Shout outs to my boy Mouse, Mark Edwards, 9506 City Park. Stand up on the check-in. Yeah. Y'all see the captions. We're going to let one more song play and then we're going to get into this. Hold on. Big shout outs to No Game Entertainment, No Game Record Artist, C No Lows. Here you go.
Fake chains with fake diamonds. Y'all rockin', claiming y'all shining. Rollies, tick-tock, and y'all stopping. It's a mockery. My diamond shining, dots clocking and watching. Your bitch on my brick, I'll let her mop it. Any blood I spill, I'll mop it. Being broke's not an option, I need a profit. I swing the Iron Man to bulletproof my wallets.
Shout outs to Miyagi and Endgame. Halim album, shout outs.
Shell, big Nina shit. My little head up killer, he be tellin' shit. Talking like a killer, but nigga, you ain't tellin' shit. I'm in tune with shooters that move villain.
Big shout outs to all my haters.
Witness, fuck up they innocent.
I can't do this without y'all.
Your kids, fuck they innocent.
Woo!
On they gloves, leave no fingerprints. Think they know me? They don't know me.
They don't know me.
Know what's up? You ain't my homie.
You ain't my homie.
Phony homies changed on me.
Watch the switch up.
I'll take blame. Shame on me.
Accountability.
I seen the light in the door. Free my dogs, they up north.
Oh, we gonna get into this.
They got life, they ain't talk. Behind the wall, they got lost. I was a loser, no future. All I want in the future, my pockets on Restitution. Violate, I'll shoot ya. Rocket launcher, Aruga, y'all gangsta on computers. Get smoked in the Uber. from others that go through it. If it ain't in your heart, don't do it. System is crooked, they wanna lose us. Niggas is trash, they should noose it. That means hang it up, shit is spoofy. This music I'm making, shit is spooky. Fresh out the concrete jungle, it's a movie. Think they know me, they don't know me.
Big shout outs to everybody. I appreciate you, Lenny 0870, for pulling up.
Homies changed on me. I'll take blame, shame on me.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
Free my dogs, they up north. They got life, they ain't talk. Behind the wall, they got lost.
Big shout outs to everybody that pulled up. You heard? Yeah, we here, man. We just talking. We talking right now. Shout outs to everybody that pulled up. Man, the show is sponsored by my magazine, No Game Beauties. We got beautiful women that, you know, I got other magazines, No Game Independent Entrepreneur magazines, Women Independent Entrepreneur magazine. I got the plus size magazine for the ladies. It's also sponsored by my book, Hartley Life Volume 2. I just dropped this. Volume 1 is out. You could go get it, Google it, go support the cause. You know, this is what it is. This is smoke and mirrors when you're tired of being gassed. This segment of the show is what you living for. All right, we living. Everybody's born. Everybody got ideas. Everybody's wanting to have motion. Everybody has money on their mind, but what are you really living for? Are you out here existing, or are you living? And when I mean by living, I mean that you out here taking care of your business. You learning how to become more successful, and existing means you're just standing around taking up air, waiting for somebody to shine, and then you step in and act like you was a part of the movement. See, the problem is that we have that a lot in society. It don't matter where you come from. There's always some people that are haters out here. And that's not the way to travel. Especially if you're in your 30s and 40s right now, if you're in your 40s and 50s right now, what you should be thinking about is living life on your terms, not allowing things that stress you to come into play and rent space in your head. You never forget. You know what I'm saying? You never forget. A lot of people are out here just chasing it. A lot of people are out here just looking to do whatever it takes to become successful, and some people are paying the ultimate price. Shout out to my people at Velvet Llama. You know, the new drink that's coming out. It's like Red Bull, but it's not. Velvet Llama, at Velvet Llama on Instagram. Yeah, but the way things are going with all the Epstein situation that's finally hit, I think we as a people owe Michael Jackson an apology for those. I'm not saying I do because I never judged him, but there's a lot of people in society, mainly our people, that judge Michael Jackson and tried to follow the stigma that he was doing wrong to the children, when Macaulay Culkin came out and said that Michael Jackson actually was like the safe haven for the children. Everybody tried to play Michael Jackson for how he talked, how he moved, how he was soft-spoken. But at the end of the day, it's been proven, and it came out years after he's passed, bless his heart, that he was never what he was accused of. He was accused by those who was actually out here doing it. There's a lot of finger pointing. And at the end of the day, it's been happening for the longest. If he was, no, don't hide your comment. We're not going to say that. Rochelle, shout outs to you. Let's have some dialogue. What makes you feel that Macaulay Culkin was forced to say that? If he's explaining what's going on, what makes you feel that way? Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Michael Jackson was the Messiah. I'm definitely not that type of person, you know. Nah, we don't want you to delete none. We want you to have full dialogue with me. I want you to be able to come on this show and we have dialogue. This is smoke and mirrors. Maybe you could put me on to something. You know what I'm saying? We know Michael Jackson was abused physically growing up. Was he going through that when he was signed with Quincy Jones and all them people? I don't know. But there's proof that Michael Jackson was at the Epstein place. So if for years society, I kind of agree with you, Michelle, because for years, now that I think about it, for years, they've been always judging us about we was guilty by the company we keep. Nah, these is Gucci's. You know, these is Gucci's, and I smoke a lot of weed, so you can't look, you know, you can't see my eyes, but I speak with truth too. Michelle, you'll be fine. We're not going to boot you because this helps the algorithm. You know, when we have dialogue like this, if that's the case, they all pedophiles, if you ask me. I don't get into that. But the topic of my discussion is, what are you living for? See, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to let this consume my life because it's been going on ever since I was born, ever since you was born, ever since a lot of people, if you in your 30s and 40s, this type of thing's been going on since we've been around. I'm not going to let that be the reason why I exist on this planet. You dig what I'm saying? I live for situations. I create things. You know what I'm saying? I generate capital for me and my families. So I'm living. I'm not existing. And the Epstein thing is crazy because there's a lot of names that a lot of people don't know about. But what do? We let that distract us from the real topics that's going on in this land. There was a blizzard that just came through, and there was people sleeping in the street, didn't have nowhere to go. The government's not worried about this. Mrs. Beta, BC, Sibindan, I can't pronounce that name, but Mrs. Beta, Mrs. Beta, or whatever. We can't let this take over what the real problem is. There's people still hungry. There's buildings being put up and millionaires and billionaire developers are buying all the pieces of real estate across your states, and they up in the rent so you can't get nowhere to live. Nobody's defending nobody, babe. You feel me? We not even on Michael Jackson no more. Michael Jackson did some things we don't know about. He's hung out with them type of dudes. So I'm not saying you sitting up here being debatable. You just something wrong with you. I'm not defending nobody. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people worship him. Big Drip, what's happening? No Freaky. Just like they worship Jay-Z, just like they worship Puff Daddy. You probably was a P. Diddy fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you was, but a lot of people, I dig it. I understand what you're saying, Rochelle. I understand. People was defending them. People that don't know what's going on, they was existing in that type of realm. See, that type of realm is there to manipulate. It's there to confuse. But there's wars going on outside. There's people getting shot and killed in the street. There's people that's getting robbed in the street. Old women are being taken advantage of. Babies are dying because they don't have the proper medical care or they're being neglected. There's a lot of situations that's going on that we need to be living for instead of worrying about these bozos that wouldn't care if we was on fire. Nah, break it down. Yeah, Peter Pan was a fruit, but it was all a mythical character. They was putting that into the books so they could convince you that this was made up fairy tales, but it was actually happening. People who was creating these figmented people and these characters and putting them in the books was part of that movement. Nickelodeon. People was raised on Nickelodeon. A lot of kids was raised on Nickelodeon. I watched a few Double Dare shows. Everybody watched that 70s show. Everybody was supporting Ashton Kutcher and the other dude. Come to find out, one of the characters from the 70s shows, he was molesting kids. Ashton Kutcher was at every P. Diddy party. These is people that they put on TV for reasons. These superstars aren't people who worked hard like they lied to us over these years and told us, oh, I worked so hard. I went to this, I went to that, I went to this. No, you was being placed there. These people already had y'all in their net when y'all was little kids. Your parents had something to do with that, or they knew after the fact and they didn't say nothing. There's a lot of them floating around Hollywood and all that. As soon as they start to expose it, things start mysteriously happening. Do that help your pockets? Do that pay your rent? Do that feed you or feed the kids that you have, if you have any? None of this is helping us. This world, the United States, is really looking bad right now, especially with Trump headline and everything. He's really, in my own site, excuse me, this legal weed, when they legalize marijuana, for some people it's medical. You know, some people it helps them. But, you know, for me, it keeps me calm. You know, my pops is Rastafarian, so that's religious beliefs. This country's been falling apart for a minute. Nobody talks about how Obama had pushed the same-sex agenda on this country. He was used as a pawn. He was used as a pawn to have a bill signed to where the government could lie to the media. They could put whatever in the media because they know the media controls the people's way of thought, their mindset, everything, their feelings, their emotions. They can put up this Epstein stuff. There's a lot of wars that's about to happen with this country because a lot of other countries are starting to look at this country with a side eye and disgust. And now they're starting to see that the U.S. is slowly becoming an average country. Remember when the U.S. used to be the go-to country for every country that had issues and all this other shit? Besides the countries that didn't really like us because they knew is this country is crazy because this country tries to rewrite history. And now that all this madness is happening, we are starting to find out just how twisted things was happening amongst us as a United States of America. Babies was getting kidnapped. What about them little girls that in Africa, Oprah Winfrey opened up a school in Africa, and mysteriously out of nowhere, the kids started vanishing in Africa, in that area. We don't know what happened. Luis Pineda, what's happening? Salute to you. Hit the like button, please. Everybody that pull up, hit the like button. This is a podcast where we talk about real shit. Because we passed the smoke and mirrors. Your eyes show you, but your brain processes and collects waves that show you something different. It can show you the same thing too. But it's time for us to really understand who these people are, man. Your American vote was bought. That stimulus check, it was bought. Somebody asked me before, Luis, I think ICE is a bunch of deputized racist people from different places where the government just give them money to just come out here and snatch people up. No warrants. It's going back to the old ways of this country, the beginning of this country. They just used to kick in people's doors and just take people's families and place them wherever they wanted to place them. It's getting crazy, but us as a people, when are we going to stop all of this? Because it starts off with your vote. Your vote puts the certain type of people in position and placement to where they can issue these type of squads to push out here to snatch people up. But at the end of the day, immigration laws are immigration laws. And the people who's making the laws, they're immigrants too. We'll get into that whole ordeal too. Who do you think the land belongs to? The land belongs to the original people who was here first before the European people settled and took the land from them. A lot of wars going on about this land. What was so significant about this piece of land? It was just a new place for conquerors and cannibals to conquer and take over and make their own laws. And this was just passed down, passed down, passed down. And honestly speaking, like I said in my last vlog, in my last show, the people are the ones to blame, because we go to the polls and put this man in office. He bought the vote. He bought the black vote because a lot of black families were struggling. He gave out $1,200, and people thought that they was going to get more money when they put him in the office. They was like, vote for him. There's more to come. He even wrote people in because he's a businessman. The Spanish community was campaigning. Now, I'm not going to say all of them, but majority of the Spanish community was campaigning for him until he flipped the script and said, we're opening the borders and we're sending illegals back to their country. It wouldn't have mattered if Kamala Harris would have won neither. She would have did the same thing. That woman had problems identifying with herself. Her history precedes herself. So voting this year for the presidency would have hurt, regardless. Joe Biden was the president before. It hurt. He out here disrespecting the people that voted for him. How you roaming the street with crack paraphernalia, stuff that people went to jail for, got arrested for, and did time for, and you just giving it out for free to the junkies for votes? That was Joe Biden. Obama pushed the gay agenda and the persuasiveness of the media. He changed it. He put power and control in the media. George Bush Jr. just started wars everywhere. This country was being ran by people who was being controlled to, it's like playing Battleship. It's like chess and Battleship at the same time. And we the people are being manipulated. I thought we the people was a constitutional writing or something in the Bill of Rights. What's going on with this country? This country's falling apart, if you ask me. We don't have no programs. We don't have no programs for our youth. How can our youth become successful, whatever they want to be, if we don't have no programs for our youth? We see more buildings getting put up all over the place. Small apartments, expensive apartments being put up all over the place. More than we see in programs to help our kids at risk. This country is showing you that it's becoming more and more of a corporation that it was once deemed at the beginning. If they let a man who didn't have no political experience and he was just a business tycoon, if they let that man win presidency not once but twice, then you know this country is based off of being a corporation. The man is a felon and he won presidency. So what that does is that encourages everybody who caught a felony before, that tells you that you could possibly become president. If you're willing to be controlled, or if you could buy the seat. When Trump became president, it just let me know that that seat can be bought. Put a 1 in the comment section if you agree with me. Put a 2 in the comment section if you don't agree with me. But if you put a 2, please explain why you don't think that that political seat in the White House, which is the presidential seat, was bought. We talking real facts here. This is smoke and mirrors when you tired of being gassed. Do y'all think that that presidential seat was bought? At the end of the day, we all knew that. We all know that. Somebody said on YouTube yesterday, he said the president isn't elected, he's selected. Just like how the Epstein dude had all these people, he had all this dirt on all these people. Where you think Puffy got it from? Where you think Quincy Jones, Andre Harrell, Tommy Mottola, Clive Davis, Jay-Z, they even saying Naomi Campbell, Beyonce, allegedly, all these names, where did you think they got that type of behavior from? It was always in them somewhere. They had sick thoughts. We can't say they didn't have no, because in order for you to even travel down that road, there had to be a piece of you in your spirit and in your body that was sick like that. They was just able to get around somebody who was 100% sick, and they was able to express and be themselves. That's why their names is coming up in a bunch of stuff. Pusha T's name came up allegedly. They said he was responsible for supplying drugs and possibly being involved in some situations with young girls. That's what's going on. We don't know. I don't know. But their names came up, and if your name's coming up anywhere associated to that, something's questionable about that. We speaking facts here. We not talking no fabricated shit. So what are you living for? It's time for us to educate ourselves and wake up and stop thinking that these entertainers are not creeps. Got to start boycotting these entertainers. Anything they got their hands in on, some of these actors, these actresses, these R&B singers, these pop singers, these pop artists, whatever, they all twisted. So they all, some of them have been tied into this stuff. And I don't care if you stepped on that man's island, you knew what time it was. Just like if you went to Star Island, to Diddy's crib, you knew what time it was. Y'all had to sign them NDAs, but some people couldn't hold on to that morally. What they saw, they had to tell somebody. People are getting unalived and vanishing off the grid because they couldn't deal with the sick shit that was going on. They wasn't scared no more. The Maxwell girl took the stand in front of Congress yesterday and pleaded the fifth. Right after that, they said Donald Trump, this is what they're alleging. Donald Trump has moved her to a lower, like golf country club facility where she could serve her time because she wouldn't testify against Trump. The U.S. Attorney General, Ms. Bondi, she pleaded the fifth. Clinton and Hillary, they're testifying. But what are they going to say? Bill Clinton's in pictures. Bill Clinton's around little girls in pictures at Epstein's crib. They said Bill and Hillary allegedly were swingers. Whole lot of freak shit going on. Chris Tucker, Smokey from Friday, in pictures at the Epstein crib and tried to make it out to say he was going to some event, some fundraiser event, and he was just on Epstein's plane. What they were saying is that Lolita Express was like the Mile High Club. They said they had naked stewardess that was doing strange things in the air for change. Bill Clinton was just around Epstein too much. As soon as they get to talking about Trump, the DOJ dude, prosecutor, says, well, it's really not a crime to hang out with Mr. Epstein. So why is Bill Clinton and everybody else under heavy scrutiny if it's not a crime to hang out with Mr. Epstein? If them women's coming out and prayers and light and respect to the victims that had to partake in that, because they was manipulated as children. These old ass niggas was manipulating people because y'all famous, y'all got money, man. These people was going through hard times. Y'all was going into the roughest parts of the area and sneakily taking kids, making them run away. That's why there was so many runaways that year that was going on. So many missing kids. There was 1 year, I want to say, between 2018, 2019, there was a lot of kids going missing. They was just disappearing. There was so many missing reports that went unanswered. There's so many missing children out there right now because of creeps like this kidnapping children. It was being told to us in our face that over and over that they was kidnapping the kids and eating the flesh and drinking the blood. And these people like Roseanne Barr and all of these other people that was telling us back then that this was happening, society, the media painted them off to being crazy. Was anybody paying attention to this when it was going around? Everybody's gas thinking the Simpsons can predict the future. No, it was proven that the guy who owns and writes the Simpsons was in the Epstein files. So he was in on here. He was involved in the listening party, at least, of knowing what was really about to happen before we knew it happened. That's why the Simpsons was looked at by everybody in this country as the program to watch if you wanted to know what was going on with this country. It's because the guy who was creating it was in the Epstein files and he was a part of that secret family. And it wasn't like blood relation. The secret family, I mean, was a bunch of people from all different areas. They didn't share the same blood. They connected with each other. And they put together all this type of shit that's going on to have us believing that we looking at something different, but the Simpsons is telling us what the hell's going on. What they gonna do now? They gonna take the Simpsons off the air? I bet you they take the Simpsons off the air. How much? Or the Simpsons gonna get boring now. Something's about to happen with the Simpsons. Watch. You heard it here first. So when it happens now, you could go and you could tell people, yo, I heard it on Smoke and Mirrors first. I'm telling you right now, if the Simpsons don't change their whole program, it's going to get completely taken off network. Cat's out the bag. Said Bill Gates gave his wife a STD. Allegedly. Said he asked Epstein for some meds to sneak and give his wife while she don't know. Pray for that woman. She went through a lot. She met the man, she said. She told Bill, don't hang with him. He looked like the devil. The Simpsons is the longest running show. Correct, Mouse. It's the longest running show because the country was being ran the same way the show was being programmed. I said I wasn't going to give no free game, but I'm giving out free game this one go round, man. Next time I go live, I'll have the link in the chat. Well, we're going to upgrade this channel and we're going to do a lot with this channel because we're going to get out and go places. You might catch me down at the UN building, hoping to get some footage. You might catch me at the World Trade Center. You might catch me somewhere. You don't know. I'll be outside and I'll be moving. I ain't scared to die, but at the end of the day, I'm living. And my proof of living is to give y'all information and let y'all know what's really happening, because a lot of people are being fooled out here and they don't like, and you know what it is? They don't like when you tell the truth and they know it's the truth. They try to take your people from looking at you, looking for you. They try and take you off the grid. I ain't worried about none of that. A lot of weird shit going on, man. They encouraging y'all to stay stuck in this social media, man. So y'all could just be existing. They don't want y'all to get out here and create shit. It's 19,000 words right here. My words. I put 19,000 words together. The first book is 19,002. So that's 38,000 words, B. 38,000 words in 2 projects. I'm living. I'm not existing. My literature will be here even long after I'm gone. My kids will benefit off of that. That's what they've been doing that they ain't try to show us. But now that we starting to become more aware and smart, we're becoming the threat now because we're no longer playing dumb and being dumb to the bullshit. We was dumb because we didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we was dumb. We was blind. We didn't see it. The shit was happening in our face since we was born. We just couldn't understand it because they finessed it so well and put this shit in front of us like it was actually blinding. But now that everybody's starting to wake up and use the brain that they was born with instead of letting other people control their brain, this country is starting to look different. The people who's running it are weird. We going against each other is weird, because if we're going against each other, we're not paying attention to the weird shit that they're doing. And they're getting over, and we're paying the price for them. Who's going to be the honest political person? We're tired of the song and dance. I know I am. If you tired of the song and dance, put a 1 in the chat. If you not, put a 2 in the chat. But tell me why. I'm not going for the song and dance no more. They just can't tell me anything without me researching it. And everything they put on the TV is to control the way you think about what's going on in the world you living in. So they turning some of these people out here from living people to existing people. That's how they're controlling the masses. You want to be a musician, you gotta go through the certain dynamics and travel down a certain road to become a musician. And a lot of shit we already see is a lot of creepy shit going on in the music industry. And it's not just the music industry, it's the acting, it's everything. Movies. They said Woody Allen was the woman he married to, he was running around New York City with that same woman ever since she was a little girl. Everybody used to praise him at Madison Square Garden. He's sitting at Madison Square Garden with a woman. She's a woman. She was a woman now. But when he first got her, she was a little girl. He got her from overseas. A lot of these freaks and creeps, that's what they do. They adopt the foreign kids and say, oh, we just wanted to give somebody a chance that didn't have one. Whole time they in the house molesting the baby. Baby can't say nothing. We supporting these creeps. It's time to boycott these creeps and give the real ones that's trying to become successful a chance. The real clothing brand designers, the real musicians that ain't with the funny business, the real creators, the real reporters, the real actors, the real models, the real actresses, the real film producers, the real beat producers for the music industry. It's time to get all these weirdos out the way. Stop supporting their programs. Word, seriously. It's time for us to stop supporting these weirdos. It's a long list of these weirdos out here. Some of y'all favorite rappers, some of y'all favorite actors, some of y'all favorite actresses, some of y'all favorite movie producers are out here committing offenses against humanity. And that's supporting that shit. If you support them, that means you supporting their behaviors. I stopped supporting Tyler Perry when he kept making movies painting a bad narrative over our black people. The woman's on drugs or going through an abusive relationship with the man. The man's this, the man's that, the man's no good this, no good that. And he a man dressed up in a fucking dress. Tyler Perry got big because Tyler Perry did something. This is all alleged, and I'm protected by the Fair Use Act. That's my disclaimer. What did you do, bro? What did you do to gain all this fame out of nowhere? Who is Tyler Perry? Before y'all knew he was this Madea character and made all these Madea shows, who was Tyler Perry? Could anybody help me? I mean, they ain't gonna tell us who Tyler Perry really was. Tyler Perry might be a plant. Might be a plant by the CIA to gain influence over the black community and control the way they think. And that's why everything that he put out is against the black family. He'll never talk about the sick, twisted shit that was going on. And he knew about it. All the ones they had unalived is the ones that knew about it and was either going to say something or let it be known that they knew what was going on and they wasn't with it and they became a victim. Rest in peace to all of them. Now I understand. Some of them might have been involved in it, but woke up later. Anything against a child is wrong. Anything against a woman is wrong. Anything against a man is wrong. So at the end of the day, nothing is right in this category. Nothing. Homeless man that Oprah put on. Ain't Oprah tied into that triangle of the Epstein, Weinstein? She brought Tyler Perry to Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein is one of them elite names that control the filming and directing area. See, Epstein had them all in different places. Epstein had control of all of them, but Oprah brought him to Harvey Weinstein. That was all planned. Tyler Perry was willing to do whatever it took to become famous and get up out of the situation he was in. So he went and he laid down with that white man. This is all alleged. It's going to come out sooner or later. That's what they do in Hollywood. They do that freaky stuff. It's cocaine. It's Tootsie. It's liquor parties. You might have some women there to cover it up. But at the end of the night, those two men probably ended up in the bed. The contract was laid out on the table. Harvey Weinstein, nasty ass, was sitting in that room, probably butt naked, no freaky. The contract was on the table for $1 billion. 500 million to $1 billion. Contract was on the table. Enclosed in that contract, probably, or not. But we know once Tyler Perry signed that contract came with he had to sleep with that old man. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Oprah. Why she tear down Michael Jackson after it was all love in the beginning? She went with the agenda that the elites went with, so it makes it look like Michael was trying to get away from what the fuck he was going through or witnessing or whatever. For real. It's not a game out here, man. Everybody got to stay awake, man. You ain't awake, then you're gonna be slipping. You're gonna be left behind, man. The shit's starting to unfold right in front of you. It's really time to open your eyes and bear witness to what's going on and taking place, for real. Hello? Yo. All right, bet. It's real out here. They can't hide it no more. And what you gonna do? Y'all gonna look past it? Y'all gonna let it go over your head? Or you gonna pay attention? You gonna live and move forward but still be aware? Or you just gonna exist and let it consume you? We got to get this right before this country fall apart completely. And I'm not saying it for the political side. I'm saying it from the human side. Like all of us as a people. Never mind what color you are, bro. It don't fucking matter no more. That color shit is out the window when you got the politicians playing fucking chess with our lives out here, and they playing battleship with different countries. This shit is different. When are we gonna wake the fuck up? It's time. It's time, yo. It's time to stop hating one another. It's time to help support what businesses that people got going on and start helping put money inside the people's pockets, man. The politicians is taking our bread. What if you decided to stop paying taxes? Think about it. These politicians will throw you in jail. When are we going to start thinking about strengthening our households financially? When are we going to start thinking about buying pieces of this land that's still available for sale so they cannot take it from us? When are we going to start thinking about the real shit? I don't care about Glorilla and her family's issues. Glorilla got bread. If nobody in her family helped her get right, she don't have to get them right. Point blank, period. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. That's the distraction. That's the distraction, B. Keep your circle a dot. Keep your grass cut. Watch for the snakes. Be observant of your surroundings. And stack chicken.
Times they didn't want me. Pour a little Hennessy in memory. Henny for all the fallen homies in the cemetery. R.I.P. Pour a little Hennessy in memory. S.O.P. For all the fallen homies in the cemetery. Peace. Selling blow like death. Johnny. I was in too